It's week 3 of the National Football League. And up next, we'll see the dual threat, Christian McCaffrey. Your standard at running back this season, pacing the league in rushing. It's the 49ers and the Rams, and it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The LA offense going to go to work for the first time, and it is the veteran Matthew Stafford at the helm in his 16th NFL season and 4th with the Rams.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
First run now for Kyren Williams. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The numbers for Williams a week ago: 16 carries, 68 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Now Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And the win last week, punted 4 times as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Now the 49ers getting ready to go on offense, and it's the Pro Bowler Brock Purdy at the helm in his 3rd NFL season now out of Iowa State.
And he's off to a fantastic start to the season. Already 8 touchdown passes in just his first 2 weeks of the year. Now, I don't think that's a pace he's going to be able to sustain, but at the very least, he's got this offense humming here to start things out.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Stays on his feet. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble of 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
That's caught downfield by Kittle. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And how nice is it for him to know that when he gets outside the pocket, he's got a reliable tight end he can go to. So he's able to look his way, find his big target, and set up 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are on the board first on the road here in L.A. So this has been a pretty strong start to the year for him on the ground, CD. It's just week 3. That's already 5 rushing touchdowns.
And you know he's got big grins on their faces besides the rest of the team. The strength and conditioning program, because he was awfully dedicated to what they put in front of him to get ready for this year. Got himself into terrific shape, and he's dominated here early on.
Moody good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Now Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They go play action here. Purdy. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy. And it'll be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Rams are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from the
rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Brings up 2nd and 17 at the 13-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing here, Purdy. Looking deep for Jennings. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Jauan Jennings, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Niners go up by 2 touchdowns. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And San Francisco gets set to go here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Purdy. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now Moody for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now the Rams about to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll start up in the Pacific Northwest at Lumen Field in Seattle. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Tua with a touchdown pass to OBJ. From there, we head down to the desert. Check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. The Cards seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Finally, let's get out to Southern Nevada and see what's happening with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Alexander Mattison, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Niners offense and Brock Purdy getting ready for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Starting the second half with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Ricky Pearsall with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flush from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Moody good with the extra point, and it is 28-0. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, here's Stafford. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Stafford. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking deep for Jennings. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. Juwan Jennings. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
The 49ers will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Purdy will throw for it. Flush to his right. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper to the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game, because no one can stand up to this week after week.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Niners offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Down the right sideline, inside the 20, Christian McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Extra point try now for Moody. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to the second-year man, Puka Nacua. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up second down.
The gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Stafford now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense and Christian McCaffrey ready to go once more. And as we roll through some of the highlights, we see how crucial he's been to their success in this one. When he's in this type of a groove and his offensive linemen are creating running lanes for him, he can really put on a show, and he's done so here. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Here's Purdy. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Purdy now to throw. Buying time to his left. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now Moody for the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, The second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Stafford. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 16. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Back to throw, Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Extra point try now for Moody. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it. Because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was safe. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.
So for San Francisco, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.